Okay, NADCAO is the National Alliance for the Development of Community Advice Offices. It was formed essentially in 2005, and it's an alliance of human rights organizations that provide support and services to community advice offices. Now, the alliance was formed in 2005 because the community advice offices were finding themselves in a crisis. They've been around for decades, providing services to poor people, legal information, advice, services in terms of helping them with housing issues, with personal issues, finance issues, and legal issues. And in 2005, what was happening was, at that stage, a lot of international donors were withdrawing from South Africa, and that was the traditional support base for community advice offices.
The Bonteheuwel Advice Office has been existing since the early 1982-83s, during the apartheid era. With NADCAO, we're working to long-term sustainability and also trying to standardize all the advice offices and especially professional services to the community.
The mandate and role of Legal Aid South Africa is to provide legal assistance to poor persons. Community advice offices are actually critical to communities, especially poor communities, who often have no idea of how to respond to the many challenges that they face.
Zola Advice Center was established in 1982. We've been inundated with clients who have been illegally evicted from their homes.
Isizathu esangiletha uBrazil wayesethumele abantu ukuthi ngiphume ngoJuni ngiqeda kushonela ubaba wakwami ngingakwazi ukukhuluma ngingakwazi kwenzana.
We now have to deal with the HIV issues. We have to deal also with the labor matters. We have to deal with housing problems, disability grants, mediation, gender violence, and many more issues that affect the community.
People often come to the advice office because it's a community-based advice office, and people are more at ease speaking to one of their own.
For people on the ground to understand democracy, they must understand the advice offices first. This is where everything starts. This is what we call the shock absorbers of the communities, because any piece of legislation that comes into place, the advice offices must know about that, and then they must take it to the people down there.
The advice office was formed in 1997. It was the idea of one of the Catholic priests after a French priest. With the recycling project, we asked community to collect waste from the dumping site or sort it from their homes and bring it here. And we take the waste and we sell it and we make money out of it. We can run the administration of the center, besides money for salaries or stipend, but money for the administration.
It takes an extraordinary person to be a community-based paralegal. Just to see a person saying, "Thank you, you have assisted me," really keeps us going.
Bangiduduza uBheki noLucia. Gogo sinawe ngaso sonke isikhathi.
We are not funded. Maybe some of us have been going for about 9 years now without a salary. But the pleasure to see our people having access to justice, having access to healthcare, having access to housing, it's more than money can count for. This is what motivates us.